Spotlight is a show about fashion. Hello, you. How are you doing today? You don't need to answer that. And welcome to Spotlight. And today's Spotlight, the Spotlight, I think I've said it like a gazillion times. The Spotlight will be on the movie that I watched last night called The Ice Cream Man. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Spotlight. And I'm going to review the movie Ice Cream Man. And the movie is about an ice cream man going to the neighborhood, a school neighborhood, and an ice cream man selling ice cream to the children after school. However, the this movie turns sideways because in the beginning you think that it's such a happy family movie, and it turns out something wrong happens, and later on it becomes like a full blast horror movie. So what do I think about this movie? I thought it was charming. It had its charming moments. I thought that the actor that played the proverbial ice cream man was kind of kooky, funny, but scary at the same time. And I love the climactic battle scene. And this movie isn't only a horror comedy movie, but it also gives us a life lesson that we should always be careful. With children should be very careful when they go out there and buy something from an adult like ice cream or candy. And you should always go there with a chaperone, with your parent or your guardian or your buddy. Like, don't go out by yourself. Kids, are you paying attention? Yeah, pay attention. So don't just go out there and buy something from a complete stranger, because they may be out to get you, and they may be out to abduct you and kidnap you, and who knows. I mean, some kids were lucky enough to live to tell the tale, and others were not, unfortunately, because there are a lot of crazy psychos out there. So that's the lesson of the movie Ice Cream Man. And I highly recommend for you guys to see this movie on YouTube. It's available on YouTube. And it is a film produced by Jeremy. Jeremy, who happens to own the building of this studio where we're at. The social media shows is here in his studio. I'm not going to tell you where it is. But it's here. And so there you have it. And that was my sweet and brief review of The Ice Cream Man. I feel like I'm going to sing Rocket Man by Elton John.
What do you think about the whole construction of the movie?
Well, I'm being interviewed by an invisible voice right now that came from yonder. Well, I think that the way they created the movie, it kind of has that Stranger Things vibe to it, and also, for those of you who watch Stranger Things, you know what I'm talking about. And also, it has the It. If you guys have seen It by Stephen King, you guys will remember it. So I'm not saying that it's a copy of those things. It more like it drew its inspiration from these films, and it was very well filmed, and the cinematography was fantastic. Although I could say that the climactic part was a little bit cheesy for my taste, but it did the job. Yeah, so I'm not gonna spoil the movie for you guys. You guys have to see it, and yeah, like it's a movie. It's a movie with a lesson, and the actors did really well. A few of them didn't do well. It seems like, once again, this is, I watch a lot of Hollywood movies, and the way good actors, perform, they really perform from their art, from their heart and their art. And, let's take, for example, Meryl Streep, because she is like the highest standard of acting in Hollywood. When Meryl Streep, it seems like she doesn't perform for the cameras. She just performs, and she gets into that character, and all you see is like a natural performance. And that is what I'd like to see more in these independent movies. An acting that comes from the heart. It shouldn't feel forced. Of course, it's different if you guys are, doing high camp comedy. So that's comedy is a slightly, not slightly, but a whole different animal. But if you're doing like a drama horror, it has to be more, the acting has to be more down to earth, and shall we say, hyper realistic. And that is what we're looking for in these movies, regardless if it's devoid of special effects, or the filmmaker can't afford to go to ILM to have their special effects done. I mean, all the people will focus on is on the acting. And it's kind of jarring and a bit cringe-worthy if the performance isn't good. And one thing that I also would like to suggest with independent actors, for these independent movies, is to maybe practice some more, like rehearse those scenes more until you know those scenes like the back of your hand. So when it's time to perform, like you just do it naturally, it's just drinking water, just like I perform my karaoke. I sing it over and over every single day, and much to Puresa's dismay, because she's probably sick of me singing the same song over and over again.
Beauty
But
and
she's singing Beauty and the
I killed the beast.
Beast.
Overall,
Yes, so overall I thought that the movie was cute and charming. And once again, some particular scenes were cringe-worthy. But I love this. And hats off to Jeremy. I wish that Jeremy was here today so I could interview him. But perhaps next time he's gonna be here. By the way, shout out to Maria Purissima, Maria Pureza, for putting all these lights behind me. Don't you see these beautiful lights? They are gorgeous, darling. Gorgeous. I just love it. And I love the studio. Yes, it's very conducive to expressing myself. Yes. And so I love being here, Social Studio, making a big fool out of myself. And there you have it. This is another episode of Spotlight. And don't you forget, for those out there who are Weight Watchers, don't forget to eat your celery, because it's the vegetable that eats you. Chowder. So, Spotlight is a show about